there, welcome to Rose Sky Tarot, and this reading is for the sign of Gemini for the 3rd of December 2018. Now, this is a general reading, so it may not reach everyone, but hopefully there's a message in here that's especially for you. Enjoy! Let's get started. Alright, let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. Now, these three cards, the Sun in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Cups, are indicators of what the deeper reading is going to be about. Now, ignore this card here because that was a sneaky one that came out at the end. Now, we have the Sun in reverse. Are you feeling a little bit burnt out and unhappy at the moment? You know, are you feeling that maybe you've not been as successful as you thought you were going to be? And it could be that you're trying to give out a pretense of success, that you're trying to show yourself as being at the same financial level as those around you, kind of a like keeping up with the Joneses type of thing. You know, and it could be that, and moving on to the Queen of Cups, that, you know, because these two cards are in reverse, is it something that you've had enough of, that you're burnt out with, that you don't want to pretend anymore, that you want something real, you know, a real connection in your life? Okay, I'm going to put them over to the side and have a look at the deeper reading. Now, it looks like there's a lot of things coming at you, whether it be messages or actions, or it could be career orientated as well, that all of these things is something that comes at you in a wave and you feel bombarded with things that you have to do. You're overwhelmed. And it could be that, you know, it is money orientated because we have the Four of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this could be about keeping money to yourself, or, you know, misusing the money that you have. And moving on to the Two of Swords, are you maybe burying your head in the sand? You're not wanting to, you know, own up to the reality of the situation, or maybe you're lying to yourself that everything's fine, but you're under strain because you're running uphill with all of these things that you're having to do, and you're exhausted. Now, and moving on to the next three cards, we have the Strength card, the Eight of Cups, and the Knight of Swords in reverse. Now, are you wanting, I mean, the focus of this, for this card just now, following these cards, is that you're wanting to scream and shout. You're wanting to roar. You're wanting to battle against these things. But You have the strength within you and the moderation within you to harness it. And that maybe you approach things in a more gentler way. Because you realise in the Eight of Cups that there is something missing. You know, this isn't the perfect life that you wanted. You want something that is emotionally fulfilling, that isn't there. And it could be that you decide that this is something that you want to go and search for. You don't want to be hiding your head in the sand and being bombarded with information or actions about the money that the money misuse, or holding it back and not paying things. But at the same time, it could be that in going to look for this, that are you maybe just running in and being overbearing about your opinions, fanatical about it, and you're not really wanting to hear about the truth of this situation. And in moving down to the bottom, and these three cards here, we have the Moon, we have the Justice card, and the Four of Swords. Now, it looks as though that you have maybe been a little bit deceived. That the information that you have received about this area of time has not been quite what you expected. You thought maybe you were getting something better than you did. And maybe that is why you're going in with all guns blazing. And you're maybe not looking at the facts because you weren't aware of that situation. Maybe the wool had been pulled over your eyes. And it could be that an impartial person has been called to make a decision on it. Now, this is a karma card, and usually there is a cause and effect, and this person will look at all the information without blinders on and make a decision. Now, it could be that even though you didn't have all the information and you went in and you've felt deceived and you've put this across to this person here, it could be that the decision is still made against you and that you're having to regroup against this decision, and you're going to have to take time away and consider how you want to move forward. Because this has been a blow and you feel like you need to just take 5 minutes and recuperate. Because this decision is going to have a long-term effect on your life. It's going to blow it apart. And your life is going to be in upheaval for a very long time. There's going to be difficulties and obstacles that you're going to have to get over. But in moving on to, I'll put that over there just now, and moving on to the Page of Cups and the Hanged Man, even though with the Tower in reverse and the life that you have known being in tatters, you jump in and you put your best effort forward. Because you feel that you're the person that would do the right thing in this situation. And the right thing would be to do the best you can to fix this problem. And it could be that you're going to have to look at things and moving on to the Hanged Man in a different way, a different perspective. And you're going to have to maybe just give up the life that you had and transform it into something else. Because I don't think that you will have the choice to do anything else because of this decision. And in moving on to this sneaky wee card that came out at the end, this is something that is stressful for you. This upheaval, even though you're diving in to sort it and trying to do the best you can to transform the situation, it is something that is constantly on your mind. You're constantly thinking of it to the point that you're having sleepless nights, and when you do sleep, you're having nightmares. And it could be that maybe you're struggling to see a way out. And maybe you're feeling guilty or, or despair about how you got into this situation. But you are working your way out. The life that you has been destroyed, you're diving in and you're fixing it the best way that you can. And I don't think you can ask for anything more, really. Now, let's go back to the three cards at the beginning. And we had the Sun in reverse, the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, and the Queen of Cups. Now, life is not happy in this situation. And, it could be that your ego has gone a little bit crazy. You're having to deal with something that has not turned out the way you wanted it to. And you're feeling low. You're feeling burnt out. And it could be that, you're pretending to your family and friends that everything's okay. It could be that, you're trying to put this image out to possibly the people that you had been working with that are affluent, that, there has been no change. But it looks as though whichever it is, you're not happy with it. You're not happy with this financial burden or pretense of happy families. And what you really want is an emotional connection. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. Now, hopefully, something within this reading will reach you. There'll be a message in there for you. The whole reading may not suit your situation, but there might be one thing in it that can affect the outcome of a situation that you're dealing with just now. Okay, well, I'll see you the next time, and hopefully the reading will be a much pleasanter one. All right, bye.